non-farm payrolls, it came back at a kind of astounding 92,000 jobs lost. This was a revised from 126 lost in January, and it's the second worst print since 2020. And the only exception to that is the October shock of 140,000 here that we had that was worse. The expectation, the February print here, this was a 6 sigma miss from the 155,000 estimate. It came back 83,000 lower, below the lowest estimate. So it's an incredible, not only all of the world events that are going on here, now we have it's like a stagflation type of environment, where you have crude oil prices skyrocketing because of geopolitical events, and then the Fed fund futures that are pushing out rate cuts out into the future because the perception that the Federal Reserve will have to go back to fighting inflation. And then you have, of course, all of these bad news events here as we're going into the end of the week. What's really amazing, and of course, this is why we pay so close attention to the VIX. Here's the one-day performance of the VIX. We had confirmed our VIX support levels by breaking out of opposing measured move shorts. Just a moment ago, the VIX was up 11%, 11, and the S&P was down 1, 11 to 1, 11 to 1. Okay, so while this is an incredible move for the ES, the NASDAQ, the YM, the Russell, it is on a percentage basis a much larger move for volatility on a percentage basis. And again, part of our leading indicators and part of what Wall Street has been using since February 5th of 2018 from our observation of the risk off trade is a volatility on and a much better way to capitalize on downside risk scenarios. Let's go back here to our dollar, and DXY is also showing a risk off event here, and it really is just getting going. If you think about it from the perspective of the extension long levels that we rallied away from Monday afternoon and Tuesday going into the overnight time frame. I mean, we have all of this lifting off to do here in the dollar. You can see there's a little bit of a sloppy pullback here from our overnight lows to highs, but all we ended up running into is just the halfway back long from Thursday's lows to highs here. So dollar strength continues to create a downside risk event in the indices. Then you have bank. We'll see where it opens up. It's going to be a gap down situation, continuing its downtrend. And then we just talked about the VIX. The pullback that we were anticipating being the entry to the next leg of the VIX rally and the indices sell-off was this VIX 2250. It's traded. It did not breach its 22s. It's completed its profit target. And what we're watching for here as we go into the rest of the day is just if the Globex lows to highs touches here before lifting off into a continuation of our larger targets, which are up at 27.05. And so what that would look like on the indices is we would have a squeeze up into our resistance levels from our overnight highs to lows. By the way, what were we looking for here? This stream continues at eMiniAddict.com. The link is in the description. Join me there for tools and resources for learning measured move trading. I wrote the book on the measured move. Check out the hundreds of others that have learned trading plan development, pattern recognition, money management, and trading discipline with me to become the best, most confident trader that you can be.